Hello, Runganoish here, and this is my tips and tricks moonwalking tutorial video. If you haven't seen my moonwalking regular tutorial video, there's going to be a link in the description down below that teaches you how to moonwalk. Make sure to go check that out before watching this video, because these are like additions and some cool tricks you can do to help you learn faster and all types of other stuff. So let's get into it. I will be leaving timestamps in the description down below if you want to skip to certain different tips or tricks you want to try out for yourself, or if the other bits are boring, go ahead and skip. So the first thing I wanted to mention that I didn't say in the tutorial video was that different servers have different ping, and depending on where you are, you're going to be able to moonwalk easier or more difficult based on what servers you join. So basically, let's say for an example, I'm in Korea. So if I joined a server that's based in Korea, I'm going to be able to have a lower amount of ping, meaning my connection to the server is better. So I'm going to be able to moonwalk better because my ping is lower and I have a better connection. However, if I try to join Hypixel, it's going to be a little bit worse connection, meaning moonwalking is going to be a little harder, or sometimes even if you're lagging, moonwalking can be a little bit easier. So depending on what server you join, your experience with moonwalking and practicing is going to be a little bit different than with any other servers. So I've been getting a couple messages where people are practicing on the server I put in my last video, like a bridging practice server, and then once they went to Hypixel and Bed Wars, they weren't able to moonwalk. It's because the ping was different and the connection was different as well. So that's just a little tip of you have to make sure when you're practicing on the right server. So let's say I want to moonwalk on Hypixel, then the best thing to do is to practice moonwalking in housing. However, housing can be a little bit strange sometimes. Whenever you moonwalk or God Bridge, or even sometimes just regular bridge, the blocks like come back in place and it kind of messes up practicing. So that's something I haven't really been able to figure out. But so whenever I practice on Hypixel, I just join a game of Sky Wars so you die less, or even Bed Wars if I gotten it down a little bit better. But if you're first starting, make sure just to do it on a super flat world, because you don't need to be connected at all. So you'll have the best experience with a super flat world because it's just on your computer. You don't need to connect it to a server. If you want to see more content with moonwalking, I've done a lot of different moonwalking things on my channel. I've done the tutorial video. I've done even a moonwalking montage. So just go watch one of my videos if you want to see more footage of me moonwalking. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Make sure to subscribe. Okay, I'm done with self-promoting. My next tip, which you can do in housing, is you go into blocks and you can get fence posts. I've seen a couple people do this and it really helps them out. But what you can do is you can put down some fence posts on the ground, and since the fence post is a little bit different, you see you can walk up right up on this block. So when you're moonwalking, you can practice by going on these fences. You can practice your movement, and so if you fall off the fence, you fall off the block. And since it's about the same, you can try moonwalking on top of it. And then once you get a little more comfortable, you can put up one higher and then moonwalk over the fences. I've seen that that's helped with a couple of people. I don't personally do that because, well, I feel like it's a little annoying. You can't really like shift onto the block since you just fall down onto the other one. But I found that's helped some people, so make sure to try it if you're struggling with learning how to moonwalk. Tip number 3 is something a little bit different that I've found very helpful at times. It's using a metronome. So all you have to do is go on to Chrome and look up metronome 240 BPM, or beats per minute, and a metronome will pop up. So what a metronome is people use it for music, and so it keeps a steady pace to it. And so if you have a metronome keeping that steady pace for you, it's easier to get the rhythm down in your muscle memory. And then once you stop using the metronome, you're going to be able to learn faster and keep that muscle memory. So let's turn on this metronome. This metronome is perfectly timed for the right times you want to be using it. So basically, it's perfectly timed for where you want to be clicking. So that means every time that the metronome goes off, you want to hit D and click at the same time. And it gives you the perfect rhythm of what you need to be using to moonwalk. This is really helpful, and I've seen a lot of people suggest this. So I'm going to put up a comment of somebody who suggested this and gave me the idea. I really appreciate it. For this next tip, it's going to be using slowness. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to give yourself the Minecraft slowness effect. This is going to allow you to get the motion of your basic, just like when you're first starting out. I feel like this can be really helpful. So what you can do is you can give yourself the slowness effect. And so how you do this is slash effect. If you don't want to type out this whole thing, I will leave a copy and paste below in the description, so you can copy that and paste that into your Minecraft world. But you want to do effect, then your Minecraft username. For me, it's Gnomish89, and then you're going to do slowness, and then the time, you can just do 600 or 700, whatever time you want. This is in seconds, so in 600 seconds it's going to go away. You can always get milk to go away whenever you want, so you can just do an absurdly long number if you'd really like. And then slowness 3, and then at the end you can do hide if you don't want particles in your face. Oh, looks like I added slowness for a little bit too long, so you can delete a couple of those zeros. Alright, so now I have slowness 3 for that amount of time. So how this can be helpful is it's extremely easy to moonwalk like this. So if you're having trouble starting out, well, I would suggest being a super flat world because there's no connection. When you get to the edge of the block, you push D, and then you right click, and then you keep going. And since it's a lot slower, since you have slowness 3, it's a lot easier to hit the blocks. Mind, it's going to have a different muscle memory, and so every time you try a different slowness, it's basically going to restart your muscle memory, which is why I can't do it, because it just messes up my brain, because I've set my fingers to go at this specific time, and with slowness, it's just so much harder for me. But once you're first starting, it gets you the motion of what you need to be doing a lot faster. And then once you get it down, you feel like you're getting the motion down a little bit, you want to drink the milk, and then what you're going to do is go to slowness 2. So it's going to be the same thing, but it's 2 instead of 3. And then you enter in the command. This is going to make you go a little bit faster, but you're still going slower than normal. So it's going to be harder before, but it's going to be more like moonwalking. So I hope this is helpful. Once you get down to slowness 1 and you're feeling good about slowness 1, then you can just drink the milk and start moonwalking without any slowness effect. But I feel like this could be very helpful for a lot of people just starting out and getting the motion already. I also got some questions about if you need a particular mouse or if you need a computer or whatever. And I am just going to answer this right away. You don't need a particular computer or a particular mouse. You don't need any of that to moonwalk. I have even moonwalked with my trackpad. I'm on a MacBook Air 2015, and I can moonwalk fine on my trackpad and on my Razer mouse. So it doesn't really matter. You can do it on pretty much anything. You just need to get that muscle memory down. If there's anything you feel like you left out, or you feel like there's some other tricks that you know and you'd like to share, make sure to leave a comment, because I might be doing another one of these if I get enough suggestions. So basically, I just want to give you the most amount of tips and stuff to try to help you learn how to do this. But in the end, you can learn all the tricks and all of everything, but you're just going to have to practice. That's the hard truth about it. Okay, that's going to be the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. I hope this has been helpful for you at all. Please consider subscribing. If it has been, I'm doing an Optifine cape giveaway at 1,000 subscribers, so I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any questions or you want to know more from me, just join my Discord server. The link is in the description, and I can answer any questions you have. Okay, well, I hope this has been helpful for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.